I keep the lights on when I leave, just in case you wanna see me. Come over, I'm on one, not sober, I'm on one.
Matthew Stafford is a top 6 quarterback in the league. What has he done besides throw jump balls to Calvin Johnson? What has he done? He's got a new uniform now? So they're going to put him at number 8? Matthew Stafford out the list. Just take him out the list and you can throw Kirk Cousins there. Even at number 10. I'd still put him above. No, I'll leave him at number 10.
You walk in, you're going to sit here and tell me you pick Kirk Cousins over Matthew Stafford to come out of the goddamn tunnel with you, Borba? Are we being serious?
Yeah, dude. Matthew Stafford hasn't really beat.
That's like that Max Killer Rene
Vikings like twice.
Matthew Stafford has kept an entire organization from being sold out of Detroit. The city of Detroit lives on Matthew Stafford. They eat because of Matthew Stafford. They still have the lion as a logo because of Matthew Stafford. That's slander that you're putting on him, Borba, just to defend Kirk Cousins? What are we doing?
No.
Can't make me miss her, no way. Can't make me miss her, no way. Can't make me miss her, no way. I keep the lights on when I leave, just in case you wanna see me. Come over, I'm on one, not sober, I'm on one. Get closer, I'm on one. I keep the lights on when I leave, just in case you wanna see me. Come over, I'm on one, not sober, I'm on one. Get closer, I'm on one, yeah.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. I never left. That's the crazy thing. It's like I never left. I got Rene shaking in his boots. His team's shaking in his boots. It's football Sunday. It's football Sunday, baby. We're back. I'm back. It's like I never left, baby. Vikings. Packers. Woo. Gives me the chills, baby. Let's go. Football Sunday. We're back. SOL, baby. Who's here? Who's coming? Who is it? JB, I'm home, baby. I'm here. The expectations of me not showing up and not being here are 0 to none because I'm like Drake. I'm 0 to 100 real quick, JB. But here we go. We got a hell of a show. This is Speaking Out Loud. I'm so happy. I'm so excited to have my partner to my left, to your right, John Anthony Borba. Welcome fucking back. Welcome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we have a cheers? Yeah. Not only to ourselves, but our watchers, our viewers, and the guys that always have a drink with us early in the morning. Because it's 9:30. We shouldn't be drinking this early, right?
No,
but we are. We're pounding them down because it's Sunday football. Vikings play at 11. They go head-to-head against the Packers with Earl Robinson, who will be joining us here in just a few. Friend of the show. It's going to be a good time. Cowboys and Chiefs. Who's going to win? Can the Cowboys still get it done given injuries and COVID hitting them? Kamari Cooper and Tyron Smith are both out. It's going to hurt just a little bit, but we don't have excuses.
We've had Harrison
we don't
Smith
make
out.
excuses.
Yeah, we don't make excuses.
No
we
excuses, no problem. Okay, this is what we do.
There's
we
no
go out there
here.
and we go
There's
perform.
No excuses.
That's what we do.
Yep.
So JB, let's start it nice and hot, nice and
All
fresh.
right.
Well, first of all, I'm going to allow you a moment to kind of just talk about the type of slander that I've just been putting on the JB name, on the JB brand.
The disrespect.
For showing up late at times and then not showing up at all. It's almost like the Minnesota Vikings, and the record speaks for itself. It's the best, worst team in the league right now.
That's why I showed up early today.
Do you have something to tell me? Is there something you guys got to say? Something that's on your chest?
All I got to say is these Cowboys fans, Rene in particular, I mean, golly, it's unbelievable. You guys see a 7-2 record. You guys change your whole demeanor. You guys change your daily outfit, your daily routine. I mean, you're praying differently. You're talking differently. You're doing everything different. Like you guys are already Super Bowl champs. Let's take a step back, okay? Let's take a step back, especially after today, okay? We might have to take a big step back. If Patrick Mahomes lights you all up like he did last week, puts up those same numbers, I mean, we're going to have a reality check. And let's just put this in perspective.
Go ahead.
If the Vikings can pull off this win today, Cowboys lose, Packers lose, Saints lose. We're in 6th place. We're 5-5 while you guys are what? Both 7-3. I mean, we're right there. We're right there. It's like everything, fire this coach, fire that coach. It doesn't exist no more. It doesn't exist no more. It's literally a second half of a brand new season. I mean, you got all these teams that are starting to show their true colors. We're going to find out today a lot about
a lot of teams.
A lot of things about a lot of teams today. So,
JB, I respect what you just said. I appreciate what you have said because it acknowledges not only one, that you have been paying attention to a couple of rants by your boy Rene here, but 2, that you are still glued to the television as you watch the greatest team in football display and perform week after week after week. Sure, we had a little bump in the road. It happens. You understand. You get it. Every now and then you hit a speed bump. If you're walking down the street, or if you're driving down the road, or you're even going to park at Walmart, every now and then you get a little speed bump, right? They say, hey, slow the fuck down. We got a reality check there with the Denver Broncos. Okay, Teddy Two Gloves, you know a little bit about him. You may be regretting letting him go, given the performance that he has given up
he's
in the
getting
past.
replaced.
And then
we're not worried about that no more. He's
Kirk
getting
Cousins.
replaced.
So every now and then you got to look down the road,
we
right?
Do have Kirk Cousins.
When you have Kirk Cousins, every now and then
we
you
have
got to
Kirk
look
Cousins,
down the road.
baby, who's going to outperform Aaron Rodgers today, 100%.
Every now and then.
Oh yeah.
Very more.
Oh yeah.
More.
Put it on the books right now.
Let's not forget about this while we're waiting for Earl to join us here. Most importantly, it's not prime time. It's an 11 o'clock game. There's no pressure on Kirk Cousins because he's not going to be the only person on television. Normally, when he is the only person on television, ass cheeks get a little tight, feet get a little crunched, toes get a little cramped. As we always see year after year after year after year from Kirk Cousins, yet to deliver to us, yet to perform for us. I mean, we get better deliveries from Domino's Pizza than we do Kirk Cousins here, Borba. I'm just saying. Are you excited about your guy today at 11 o'clock?
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Mountain Standard Time?
100%. I think finally our coaching staff realizes that they're on the hot seat and they're going to get fired if they don't open up this offense and do what they did last week. Put Justin Jefferson first, hit him on third downs, hit Adam Thielen, hit our playmakers on third downs. Use our playmakers to our advantage. Use Dalvin Cook like we know how to use them. I mean, if we can do that, Kirk Cousins is going to have a field day today. I just know it. You got all these injuries defensively and on the Packers side. So, all these pass rushers. We have 2 bookend tackles, left tackle, right tackle. I'm confident. I'm confident today.
All right, I do want to ask you a quick question before we get Earl on the show. He is coming on. He'll be here in just a few. But my question to you, let's talk about another game before we get into the prime games. The prime games, we all know it's your favorite team in America, the Dallas Cowboys, along with the Minnesota Vikings and the Packers. It's going to be a hell of a show. It's going to be a hell of a show early in the morning and in the midday. Hell of a Sunday. But let's talk about this Colts team going against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills didn't look too great. They haven't looked too great as of the past couple of weeks. You got the Colts. Carson Wentz. It seems like he's kind of It's starting to roll, right? Starting to turn. Boom,
surprisingly,
boom, chug,
they're right there in the hunt.
Have they played anybody? That's going to be that's the question that everybody says, right? That's the same thing that anybody throws whenever you want to question anything. But I mean, it's kind of reality here. They really haven't played anybody last 2 weeks, and one of those games were close. The one against the Jets completely blew them out of the water. In your opinion, though, do you feel uplifted if you're a Colts fan on Carson Wentz being able to lead this team, or is it even about Carson Wentz?
I think it's just it's that whole offensive production. Like, if you can protect Carson Wentz, don't have him running around for his life. He's a serviceable quarterback. I think you can make the plays that you need to make to win the game, especially against the Bills defense right now. That's iffy. Their offense isn't striking like how it usually does. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Bills can get back on track and be that high tempo, high scoring offense, whatever. And I don't know. Cause I think I like Indy's defense. I still like Indy's defense. So I think they can make plays. It's really all on that offense of Buffalo. If Buffalo is coming out, striking, hitting digs deep, I mean, doing what they know how to do, hitting the playmakers, it could easily turn into a blowout. But if it doesn't, it could be a real close game.
All right, so just
that has a lot of playoff potential.
Looking at the injury report, Darius Leonard is questionable. So I did notice that you did say that you got a little bit of faith on that defense there in Indianapolis. Yeah. Of course, if Darius Leonard doesn't play, that probably changes, right? Your opinion changes just a little bit.
Changes a little bit, yeah.
So what I agree with you 100%. That defense that we expected to be great over there in Buffalo, I mean, it's been performing. Honestly, when you think about it, it's been performing.
The thing is, it's enough for an offense that high powered. It's enough to get you by. You know, we've seen
we haven't
high-powered
seen
offense
points, but we haven't seen much points from
exactly.
Buffalo.
That's what I'm saying. So Buffalo's offense has been crap these past few weeks. They have not found their rhythm. Like we know that what the rhythm is, but that's what I'm saying. You can't have this type of defense out on the field if your offense isn't productive, like what they paid these guys to do, what they paid Josh Allen to do, what they paid Diggs, all this crap.
Similar to Cowboys defense here, this team really goes based off of the offense here.
Yeah.
And luckily, Buffalo's been very fortunate that they've, one, haven't played with great teams, great offensive teams, and two, that the defense has been able to hold up without the offense performing. So now, can the offense perform? Can Josh Allen catch some fire? Can they get it rolling? In my opinion, sure they can. Of course, we've seen them perform, right? The only thing for me, and this is where my question mark is with the Buffalo Bills, shit, that makes me not want to drink. Buffalo Bills is that at what point is the run not having a legitimate running game or a consistent running game, at what point is that going to bite them in the ass? Because we saw it last year, I think, in the AFC Championship game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. They kind of got froze because at what point are you not a threat?
When their passing game gets stifled, when they can't move the ball through the air, you got the Bills where you want the Bills.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Given all the weapons
now that we're getting in, November, December, the weather's going to be changing, all that stuff. We know Josh Allen can sling it, rip it through anything, but it's just time will tell. See if they've improved in the running game, which we'll find out in December.
Cool. Well, we'll get back to that game in just a few because we got Earl for just a couple of minutes here. Shout out to little baby David, the little goat. Hopefully you guys get a win along with your kid on his birthday.
Yeah, baby.
How we feeling?
Hyped up. It's going to be a good game.
It also sounds like you just woke up, so I don't know how hyped you got.
I've been up since 7:30, unfortunately.
Oh, so you're just exhausted right now.
Yeah.
All right, E-Rob. Well, let's get straight to it because we only have you for a couple minutes before your wife kills me. So, Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings. I'm sure both of you guys woke up excited, but at the same time, just a tad bit nervous. One, injuries. Of course, everybody has them, though, so no fucking excuses. I don't want to hear it. I could care less about your injuries because at the end of the day, it's Sunday, and you still got to show up and perform. And you guys got two quarterbacks, one who is elite and one who someone thinks is elite. Little jab, had to throw it in there, but let's talk about it. Let's go to you first, Earl. So what are the expectations with Aaron Rodgers and that toe that he is hurting from COVID that he hit against the counter while he was brushing his teeth?
I mean, like you said, everybody's got injuries. Like, you have to report, like, if you have a bruise on your leg in the NFL, or else you can get in trouble. Like, that's just the protocol. You've got to be on the injury report if you got the tiniest little thing wrong with you.
That's
so
weird. Aaron Rodgers wasn't following protocol earlier with the masks. Now he wants to follow it.
Huge deal. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. I mean, it's not like he's Michael Vick out there anyway. He's just got to throw the ball.
Are you feeling good about this?
I'm feeling good. I mean, I think it's a must-win game for Minnesota, in my opinion. So, like, they're going to come out with everything they got. Obviously, division game, that's always tough. But I feel good. I like our chances. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think anybody's getting blown out. So I think it may just come down to who gets the ball last or who has the least amount of turnovers.
Okay. And then, Borba, where are you at? Where are you from?
I agree. But I agree because every single game this year has been within 7 points except one game. So everything is coming down to the last possession, whether we're on offense or defense. Usually defense. If we're on defense, we're getting screwed. They're scoring from, it doesn't matter, 99 yards, whatever, they're scoring. It doesn't matter. So that's what I have to look forward to in the fourth quarter. So it pretty much, and the turnover battle, we've won like 3 or 4 times this year. It hasn't changed nothing. We can't put up points when we get turnovers. That's another problem that we have. So I think it comes down to the way we attack Green Bay offensively. Like when we're on offense, we need to make plays like how we did last week. We started seeing the potential of what this offense can really do when it's opened up. And I think that's the biggest problem that's held us back all year. It's not offensive line this year. It's not whatever, Kirk Cousins. It comes down to the play calling and how aggressive or non-aggressive we want to be. If we really want to win this game, you have to be aggressive. It's going to be a shootout. Like it's going to be high 20s. I feel like high 20. Like whoever gets the ball last. Like you want to win the game. You want to be aggressive. You want to go for 3rd and 10. You want to get first downs. We have to win the third whichever team I'm saying right now, whichever team I feel like wins the third down battle will win the game. That's been huge for us this year. When we've done good on third
This
downs.
is what's crazy to me. A couple weeks ago, you guys led the league in sacks, right? Or you guys were right there.
We're
with
still
the
right there.
Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
And then now you got a team in the Green Bay Packers who seem to be uplifted by their defense rather than their offense. Is there any type of concern on the lack of offense that's been distributed, Earl, or am I just not watching the games correctly here?
I mean, they definitely need to step up their offensive game for sure. But with that said, I mean, there's been a lot of key pieces out. Like we haven't had our full offense for a game since like week 1, and obviously week 1 didn't go well. But like, there's a little concern, but they'll get it together. Like, we just got to have, Jones back. Devontae's got to be healthy. We'll get our left tackle back in the next couple weeks. Our center's been out. So, like, I mean, like you said, everybody's got injuries, but, like, there's not a concern because
when you look at something like that, because, I mean, that's true, right? Y'all's defense looks amazing. That's without y'all's best cornerback. Not only y'all's best cornerback, potentially, possibly, arguable one of the best cornerbacks in the league, top 5 for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not going to argue that.
And
then you guys are also missing another pass rush, right? Who's also one of the top guys in the league. So whenever you see shit like that, and the way y'all's team is playing, I mean, like, in your head, are we Super Bowl? Like, in your head, are we saying fucking Super Bowl or what?
I mean, in my head, I'm just like, every week matters. Every week is important. But the most important thing is, like, I want to be healthy when the playoffs start. Like, I would love to have the 1 seed, but I just want to be healthy. If we have all of our starters back for the playoffs, I like our odds.
I like that. That sounds like a real NFC Championship L type of response right there.
I like it.
Yeah. Coming from the guy that doesn't even make the playoffs.
Spit it out. Spit it out.
That could be both of you.
No.
If Vikings make playoffs, we're playing probably Packers or Cowboys first.
I mean, we're getting
Bucks.
We're getting in. I would love to see the Vikings play the Bucks because I think the matchup is there on that one.
Yeah, I like that.
I'd love to see the Bucks get kicked out early.
Yeah.
But all right,
too.
so fucking you guys are gonna hug and kiss. It seems like I thought you guys were gonna yell and bark.
I mean,
you got 2 chihuahuas.
It's a love-hate type of thing,
It's a love-hate through text. Yeah, like y'all could beef it through text, and then like when we got to talk about it, it's like, well, technically,
we're just spitting facts kind of a good like for hours and hours all day, just spitting facts over and over, and then we get on the camera. It's like, this has to turn out for this. We're analytical.
E-Rob, give me what's your prediction here?
I think Packers by 4.
Packers by 4, okay. So what are we talking? Are we talking like 28, 24, 30? Like, are we talking high? Are we going to have a defensive play here? Where's this team going?
I'm going 20-24. I don't think it's going to be that high scoring.
Okay, wait.
I feel like for me, it's going to be – I can easily see a 1-2 point victory, maybe like 31, 28, 28, 27, maybe a field goal wins the game. Something like that. I don't know. I just know it's going to be a 1 possession game. I feel like I can almost put my mind to it right now. It's going to be a 1 possession game. Literally it's going to be 2 minutes, a minute and a half, whatever, and it's going to be the last team with the ball.
This is the
like I know it's John Madden, but it's literally it's honest. I mean, this is every game this year. It's every game.
I don't know if either of these teams want to be the team kicking a game-winning field goal.
No,
like both of our kickers have sucked.
I mean, Mason Crosby had me and Earl at the fucking park, me kicking field goals because I was about to go out there and fucking try out for the Green Bay Packers. That's how bad it was.
That's when Rene almost donated his phone to the park.
I feel like it's easily going to turn into one of those games, though. I can see that happening.
This is honestly
Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers is going to have to lead his team down the field to take the lead, to tie it up, to do something at the end of the game. That's my prediction.
As a Cowboys fan, as much as I need the Green Bay Packers to win just because the way playoffs are going to place out and then our schedule, blah, blah, all that stuff going forward. So kind of got to go for the Minnesota Vikings here. But the way you say it, when it comes down to that, at the end of the day, whenever I look at
this is just how the team's played. I'm just going off what the team's done.
No, I know, and I get it.
I get it. Realistic.
I get it.
That's just how I see it.
That's cool. You're in a hype show. Realistic reality is what I guess we're supposed to.
I mean, I'll get hyped if we follow that same formula we did last year when we beat them in Green Bay. I mean, we have a great chance. But I mean,
did the Vikings make the playoffs last year?
I mean, we had zero
I
defense.
forgot.
We had literally 20-year-olds playing all over the practice
Earl
squad.
Robinson here,
crap.
Kirk Cousins against Aaron
So-
Rodgers. Whenever I look at this picture, though,
Yeah, why is
and
my
if
head
I
so
re-
big?
Yes, it is, bud. No. So when I look at this picture and I go, okay, outside of
that purple looks good.
y'all's pretty little faces
That
here.
purple looks
But when I
good.
look at behind the face and I see Kirk Cousins against Aaron Rodgers, it's hard for me to say Kirk Cousins is going to beat Aaron Rodgers. If you tell me it's going to come down to the last drive, we've seen Kirk Cousins in the last drive.
He's led his team
year
every
after year.
single game where
Year.
they needed to tie the game or take the lead or potentially win
If
the game.
that was true,
Kirk
you
Cousins
guys
led-
would be undefeated right
If
now.
Kirk
Well,
Cousins
granted, you guys
led
missed the kick against
Kirk
Arizona.
Cousins
I got you.
led the team. Okay, let me just say this. Week
Okay.
1, Kirk Cousins leads the team in overtime to game-winning field goal. Dalvin Cook fumbles the ball in field goal range. Week
That's
2,
nice, okay.
week 2, under a minute left. Kirk Cousins leads his team down the field. Game-winning field goal, missed. Week 3 we win. Week 4, or week 3, whatever, we won. Same thing. This has happened like 5 years. Kirk
All right,
Cousins
so-
5 times this year. Kirk Cousins has led us either to win the game or potentially win the game, and something bad happens.
Okay.
I mean, it's been all year.
Let me throw this
no
out.
L
Let me-
has been on Kirk Cousins.
let me
Kirk
throw this
Cousins
out
will
there.
throw
That's
at
what
least
You can't-
one
you can't say that
interception
no
today.
losses on Kirk.
Say that again.
I said Cousins will throw at least one interception today.
At least one. That's the problem. But hear me out here. Hear me out, and you guys respond to this. Because I feel like this is all over the league, and I think this is where you see the difference.
If Kirk's being
This
aggressive,
is-
I'm okay with an interception.
But
honestly.
to
I'm
me,
okay with it.
it's a
Me
culture
too.
thing. Like it's a culture thing in the locker room. Like whenever you see mistakes happen like that, it's because of the energy that's going in the locker room. Whenever we start pointing fingers at everybody else here, boom, boom, it's you, it's Dalvin
sometimes
Cook,
all it
it's
takes is a
Justin
win.
Jefferson. No, I know, I get that. But sometimes it seems like those mistakes are happening to the teams that aren't having the greatest time in the league right now. You see very few little things happening in Dallas because it seems like they're brought together. They don't point fingers. When a mistake
Well,
happens,
they're
they keep it
finishing
moving
games.
and they recap.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're
That's what I'm saying.
finishing
But that's what I'm saying. That's my point.
And
here.
also the
it's a
Falcons
culture
suck.
thing. Is it
Like-
the fact that they're losing that brings on the pressure, and then the noise outside that brings it into the locker room? I mean, I know we're not in the
Absolutely.
locker room,
The
so we
pressure
wouldn't
goes
know.
on the coaches. The pressure goes on Kirk Cousins. Everybody's asking there's questions
So it's
for every single thing.
I mean, would
there's
you agree
questions.
it's a culture thing here, Earl?
No, the Vikings just suck.
Oh,
That's fine. I hear that all the time.
It's
Yeah.
a culture thing that started in the 1900s. He just has never left the building.
They're just still on those fucking ships trying to get to America. I don't know if that's the history behind that one.
So
but-
on that note,
Up
I'm
to
going to
1800.
leave you guys with one Minnesota Vikings piece of history that I have to share with Borba. So a gift to you, Borba, is to see here on my fist. I wanted to quickly show you every Minnesota Vikings Super Bowl ring that you guys have ever won right here in one photo. If you want to get out your camera and take a picture or something, I can throw that
I'm just
back
getting
up
out
there.
because
Bro, that was fucking epic. As you leave here for your kid's birthday, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. Give my little man a little hug and a kiss from me. I love the little guy. Let's remember that you guys do have a $100 bet as they battle here the Green Bay Packers against the Minnesota
for the
Vikings.
sweep.
$100.
Vikings got a sweep.
it's a
Sweep
sweep.
it.
It's a sweep. Will the Green Bay Packers sweep today? Will they start the sweep today? Or will Borba slap back at the comments made by Earl Robinson? E-Rob, I appreciate you joining us, man. Good luck and enjoy your day, brother.
Peace out. Go Pack, go.
Let's go. Well, fucking E-Rob came with the little jab there at the end. I was a
Jab,
little
that's fine.
disappointed. You did act like Conor
What am I
McGregor. You kind of
supposed to
laid
do?
down and just
What am I
took the
supposed
choke
to do?
and just kind of did the whole meme thing when he did like. I'm a little disappointed. A little bit of energy
What can I
here,
say?
yeah?
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna lose in the NFC Championship again.
That would have been a good one.
No,
That would have been better
They're
than
going
walking
somewhere.
off the fucking set.
I
man.
guess.
That's like you just bowed down, you bent over, no Vaseline, no condom, no lube, and you just said, "Here, Daddy, here, Poppy, what are we doing?"
Sometimes
What are
you know what? He had the last word. I'll have the last laugh at the end of the
At
game.
the end of the game,
At
there
the end
we
of
go.
the game, cheers.
Expect this rivalry to continue, not only in the league, but outside on text messages, outside on bars, outside on streets. The Minnesota Vikings will never like the Green Bay Packers because at the end of the day,
Facts.
the Minnesota Vikings want to bring the heat to melt the cheese, baby. We like quesadillas, but we really don't, right? That's what we're saying today.
Yeah.
We don't like the cheese
I don't like
quesadilla. We
cheese.
don't like mozzarella.
Nope.
We don't like
No
cheddar.
cheese.
We don't like Monterey. And
No
we
cheese on my pizza.
no cheese,
No cheese on my pizza.
That's kind of gross, but All right.
I don't need PT.
One thing's another. Here we go. Enough bashing on the Minnesota Vikings.
Right.
Let's talk about your favorite team here, okay? Let's talk about the matchup of the day. You got the Dallas Cowboys heading over to Kansas City. The red tundra, the fans, the craziness. I will agree here. Kansas City may be one of the loudest stadiums in the league right now. Not just right now, but in general. For a long time coming, right? What are your expectations from Patrick Mahomes? One. And is there more pressure on the Kansas City Chiefs or the Dallas Cowboys going into today's game?
I think there's more pressure, obviously, on America's team, 100%. Like, you're playing the everybody, I can just see it now. Cowboys win. Literally every single man, woman, kid, whatever, is going to post, we them boys, Patrick Mahomes, who? Like, who's this guy? So I just don't want to see that on Facebook today. I really don't. I don't want to see that all over social media. I really don't. But if Patrick Mahomes literally goes back to what we know how, avoids turnovers, is efficient, finds him and Travis Kelce, they half the problem is they've been off on third downs this year. Patrick Mahomes is literally he looks for Travis Kelce. That's a safety blanket on third down. They've been off page all year long. There's been miscommunication in the offense. Last week, I think Patrick Mahomes was like, all right, you know what? Let's get it together. It's the second half of the season. We're going to show we're going to show the NFL why what I'm getting paid $500 million for. Yeah. So we have the second half of the season to show who we really are. And I think if they really, I cannot see this Cowboys defense stopping the Chiefs.
Why is that though? What's your thing against the Cowboys defense?
I just don't think you guys' defense is that good. Other than Micah Parsons, I really don't see no other legitimate superstar in the making.
You're throwing me a little bit of shade towards Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, I'm not sold. Trayvon Diggs. He's a ball hawk. That's the thing. Trayvon Diggs is a good ball hawk, but he's risky in coverage. That makes up for the picks, but it can also hurt you. He's a little, I don't know. I just don't think he's not a lockdown corner. That's
he's a Cowboy, eh?
He's just not a lockdown corner. That's the thing. Like when you look at a true
lockdown corner, are we?
No, we're not. But everybody wants to put him in the best cornerback in the league. You get interceptions, but look at these interceptions. Half these balls are awful balls. First of all, so I want to see something impressive. I need you to.
You want me to tell you what I think of Trayvon Diggs real quick?
What?
He's kind of like as much as I hate to. As much as I hate,
don't compare him to.
No. I'm trying. Let's think about like Khabib, right? Like if you watch UFC, Khabib's argument, one of the greatest at his division ever to fight, right? But his thing is grinding you out, taking you to deep waters, and then torturing you. And I kind of see that with Trayvon Diggs. Like he does.
Trayvon Diggs is a physical.
He gives up a little bit. Yes. And a lot of the deep plays that we see,
a good ball hawk.
For example, one-on-one Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Okay.
He couldn't handle.
He couldn't handle. Relax. Let's remember that your guy only had like 35 yards on Trayvon Diggs, right?
Because we were throwing it to the halfback all game.
Excuses.
We were throwing it to CJ Ham all game.
When you line up, son, Trayvon Diggs was locking him up.
This is why I can't wait.
No, listen.
First round. I want to play the Cowboys first round.
Well, you already played.
Give me that. We'll play him first round of the playoffs. No.
Oh, you didn't give us that. You didn't get the ass whooping that you should have deserved.
We want Dak. Yeah. And then it'll be a totally different game. Totally different game.
Like you thought Earl raped you. Dude, you won't get your ass.
I was literally I should have said before the game. I said if Cooper Rush plays, don't take the bet. Do not take the money line, whatever the spread.
Why
do not do it.
Lying?
Do not do it.
JB, you're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm saying do not do that.
I can pull up a post right now where you were
let's
take bets, baby.
I took bets. I'm talking about the spread. I'm talking about Vegas, the spread, whatever. If Cooper Rush starts, you don't take that. You just don't take it if Cooper Rush plays. You take the bet if Dak plays because this team's totally different when a known quarterback is playing. Like it's just, I get you. The game plan is different. Whatever.
Okay, but here's my point with Trayvon Diggs. Okay, Trayvon Diggs is going to give you up a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's back to the culture thing. Okay, it's the aggressiveness. It's the fact that he's willing to risk his name to make a big play for his team. That's the difference here. You don't see that. You don't see a lot of people trying to risk their bodies nowadays in the league because it's so soft, baby. This is like basketball at this fucking point. You can't really do much there. So whenever you see a player, a ball hawk, a killer, do things that he's doing. Justin Jefferson had one play on him where he had Diggs had a PI on him, right? Great throw. I mean, it was well played. It was a PI. I'll give you that. But he was there. And that in a lot of these plays, as a lot of these plays where he's getting beat on, he's there. They're just really good throws. It's kind of like basketball, right? When Kobe would shoot over somebody, you just say,
that's good defense.
You just say, hey, great defense, better offense. Right? That's what Mark Jackson always says. Good defense, better offense. There goes that.
You can take advantage, but the thing is, you can take advantage of certain corners. Like I'm trying to think, like certain ball hawks, certain risky type players, big reward, big risk.
So are you saying that Patrick Mahomes is gonna? I'm not going to say exposed because we know what Trayvon Diggs is. We know what Trayvon Diggs does.
No, they're not going to. So I don't think, first of all, they're not going to.
Whenever someone has a couple catches on Trayvon Diggs, it's not the end of the world. It's part. That's it's almost part of the game plan.
No, but obviously they're going to have help over the top if he's guarding Tyreek today or whatever. So
I don't think he will be.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think he's that type of corner to guard a Tyreek. Like he's more of a physical. I'll guard. I think
he'll jam him. Probably jam him.
Maybe. Absolutely.
A lot of cover two going down.
It's going to be obvious. Like the Chiefs are not stupid. Yeah, they're going to know if Trayvon Diggs is on this guy. Like obviously you're doing something different with the coverage. He can't stay with him one-on-one. But the thing about Trayvon Diggs, he's a high risk, high reward corner who's going to bite. Who's going to he's going to play for the big play. But you can take advantage of that, and that's what I can see the Chiefs doing that. You know what I mean?
So at the end of the day, this comes down to pressure. Can Dallas get pressure on?
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes.
And Randy Gregory's been coming off. He's
out. He's out today. He's out. Yep. That hurts. I know.
That hurts. So you're gonna have Michael Parsons literally playing all over the place.
And this is my thing with Michael Parsons here. Why aren't? This is what fucking confuses me, and I think every Cowboy fan feels this when I say it. Every time Michael Parsons rushes the passer, there is some type of pressure that makes him get outside the pocket.
Yes, but you can't do it. The thing is, you can't do it every play. Like it's situational. That you got to be.
So you think
situational.
Dallas is using him perfectly? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's better at the linebacker position to go and run side to side line and chase down a guy to prevent a big play or whatever. Okay. He can prevent the big play in the run game or short passing play. Yeah. Like he's everything within 5-7 yards. He's right there. Yeah. He's just like that. He's just like that. You know what I mean? I would honestly rather have him like that most of the time. Every now and then, maybe on the third down, put him in. But
your response to questions is Dallas has the most pressure, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because this is really.
I'm not why.
Dallas really has not. They haven't really.
Wait, but is this a Cowboy hater response?
No. What have they? They haven't really done nothing special. Let's just say that they haven't done. This is no. Yeah, everybody's blowing out the Falcons. Literally.
Other teams.
No. Those all haven't been blowouts. No, not really. But this is right here. This is everybody's looking at this game. Obviously, it's Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I'm not watching it. I'm not. I'm not. Okay. I'll check the score at halftime, maybe. I'll check the score at halftime, but after 2:00, I'm not watching no more football. I'm not gonna watch no more football after 2:00. I'm either gonna be mad or I'm gonna be tired and just go to sleep.
All right, so
I'm gonna be pissed or happy.
This is why I think the Chiefs have the most pressure, though, is because we know what the Cowboys. I mean, not necessarily. Okay, your thing is we don't know what the Cowboys are. That's what your argument is, right? We're still trying to figure out who the Cowboys are because every week.
I mean, are they?
Every critic,
every
analyst,
they're a playoff team, but are they
elite? How many times are they going to have to prove that they are a really good team? I'm not going to say we're a great team or the greatest team because we still haven't even seen them at the full potential. It's just like the Green Bay Packers. Can they be great? Sure. Yeah, definitely. They're good right now, but they might fucking lose right now. Yeah, 100%. But
this is like the perfect.
But the Chiefs dodged a fucking bullet with Aaron Rodgers getting COVID. Okay, that should have been a fucking L right there in Kansas City. Last week, everything that the Raiders are going through, the dumpster fire that they are year after year. I don't want to hear the fucking excuses from Raider fans that John Gruden, blah blah. Which sucks. Don't get me wrong, sucks.
That's pretty much a huge distraction.
But
that's as bad
the Raiders do this to us every year. The Raiders do this to their fans every year. I mean, they've been doing this back since the Oakland days, baby. What they do is they show up, they ball out, and then mid-season, it's a fucking crash. It's almost like,
I'm not saying that.
I was about to hit that joke.
It's just
a little dark.
That is a little dark. A little too soon. Huh? But the thing is, you got a Super Bowl team, a Super Bowl contender the past 2 years, and the Chiefs.
Okay.
Obviously, there's still a lot of people's favorites to ride back on the ship. Like, you see a dominating win today by the Chiefs. You know how many people are going to jump on that wagon again? Patrick Mahomes never went nowhere. Blah, blah, this, that. Cowboys couldn't live up to this game. Blah, blah. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear the same thing. Like, this is just another good Cowboys team that just can't get over the hump.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, we got to see.
I think there's more pressure on the Chiefs here because not only
No, wait, because I mean, they're still going to make the playoffs.
but not only
like,
do they not have the division on lock yet.
No, but they're still going to make the playoffs.
Maybe. Should we look at their schedule real quick?
Yeah.
Let's just look at their schedule real quick. But while I pull this up for everybody real quick, JB, just is there going to be a difference like with the Kansas City Chiefs? I know that so they beat the Packers, right? But they okay, so
I think
here's my problem is like we haven't seen that offense.
I think
we haven't seen that offense really, right?
Rodgers, though.
Since last week. Finally, Patrick Mahomes balls out, has 5 touchdowns, so on and so forth.
But it's like,
now what?
Okay, so like, are they correcting their mistakes, or are they just like, all right, let's turn it on?
Or did the Raiders suck?
Like, is it like kind of Golden State Warrior type-esque, from back in a few years ago where they were just loaded? All right, let's turn it back on. We need to turn it on. Let's get everything.
If that was the case, we would have seen them do it already.
You think so?
Yeah, no, 100%.
There's still a lot of football left.
There's a lot of coming back. Chris Jones is finally healthy. What's his name? Ingram's finally starting to play well defensively. Tom Matthew seems to kind of step it up just a little bit.
It's a long season. I mean, that extra game, it's a long season.
Here's my question.
We're barely at the second half of the season.
This is where my argument comes in. It's like everybody goes, well, what are the Dallas Cowboys defense? They've been getting lucky. They haven't been playing anybody. Blah, 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 right? And then you go to a Kansas City Chiefs team where they just barely, they just won, just barely finally blew out somebody. Yeah. Finally beat somebody. Realistic by the offense.
See, like you're talking about. So people are expecting Chiefs to blow teams out. So you're giving that.
No, what I'm saying is like, how come we don't have the same energy on that defense? Like, how come right now people are saying,
Chiefs?
"Oh, I don't know if this Cowboys defense is legit."
Oh.
But then on the other side, they're saying like, "Okay, Chiefs defense may have caught some rhythm because of Patrick Mahomes." Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean.
Like where do you go?
It was just an awful game. Like last week, Raiders they're dismantled. Like the defense I think will come along with the Chiefs eventually as December comes and playoff football comes around. The defense is gonna have to come together. I mean, that's usually kind of how it plays out.
Man, I guess this isn't that bad, huh? We got the Cowboys this week. Okay, so that's cool. If they get the L regardless, win or not. Let's go. They're Broncos. 6-5. They probably win.
Win.
And then they play the Raiders again.
8-5,
probably
8-5.
win. And
that's if they lose today. They're 8-5. They get 2 wins in a row. They're 8-5. Like they're
okay. So let's go today. Let's just say they lose. Yeah, 6-5.
Okay.
And then Broncos
7-5.
Raiders
8-5.
Chargers. That's a toss up.
That's a toss up. But so it's gonna be for first place. Let's just say they lose. Okay. I don't think they're gonna lose, but let's just say 8-6.
Steelers.
I take that. I'll take that as a win.
I think that's also a coin toss.
It's a coin toss.
It's in Kansas City, so maybe that's a little bit better. The Bengals.
And it's towards the end of the season. We know how the Steelers are towards the end of the season. I'm giving that's an easy win. Steelers.
But if we compare schedules here,
9-6,
Cowboys got an easier road. So I just think there's more pressure on Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, we have put him on a fucking pedestal. Everybody has, and I've said this year after year after year, Borba, and you can check my receipts on this one, and you remember when I've said this. Patrick Mahomes has been probably the most fortunate guy outside of Tom Brady.
I mean, you've kind of seen
last year when you see 17. Yeah. I've been ripping him about how 17 guys. Let's fucking remember this. 17 balls hit cornerbacks right here, and they just dropped
at least
them.
half.
Last week.
Take 8 or 9 of those.
One fucking prayer, a little Derek Carr prayer is what I call it because it seems like that's what Derek Carr does. Whenever he panics, he just fucking chunks it up, hopes for the best. Patrick Mahomes has always been on the good side of those things. When he throws them up, somehow, some way, there's a Kansas City Chief that comes under it, or the defensive back falls, or something stupid, a PI. He's always been fortunate. And this year, you're finally seeing it. Whenever it hits the cornerback's hands, they catch it, okay? Last week, two, Borba, 2, 1 and 2. 1 + 1, 2. Got 2 interceptions hit cornerbacks in the hands. Yeah. If those interceptions happen, I mean, we're talking that game was close going into halftime. Okay, that game was close going into third quarter, and then they pulled away. If those 2 interceptions happens, it changes the entire momentum of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that deep pass, that 40-yard pass, 45-yard pass to the running back number 31.
Yeah, Damian Williams.
Yeah. The cornerback losses.
That's just a.
That's not going to happen today. You want to know why? Because it's the culture. We were just talking about it, JB. It's the types of things that happen in the locker room, the confidence that goes onto the field. We don't make those kind of mistakes right now. And if it does, damn me. See you tomorrow on Rene's rant. But if it don't, see me tomorrow on Rene's rant because I'm going to tell you I was fucking right. That shit doesn't happen with the team that has momentum running the way it's running right now. I'm telling you, brother. This shit is going to be lit. With that being said, the Dallas Cowboys will win today, 30-17 against the Kansas City Chiefs, and shut a couple mouths up out there in Arrowhead Stadium. I'll tell you right now, give me yours.
I'll go 27-24. Chiefs win.
27-24?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be close.
I respect that. I know you're biting your tongue a little bit. I know you want to root for us, but the hate inside your blood, the fact that you don't want to see the we them boys.
I mean, I could easily go 34-24, you know, maybe something like that.
Give me what you want.
You know,
Give me what you want, JB. Brought to you by TapeBranchRoswell.com. Get your next vehicle purchase there. Go see Isabel Vargas or Camilo Romero for your next vehicle purchase. So, JB, is it time to panic? Whenever I say is it time to panic, what I'm really asking is, can the Philadelphia Eagles get to the playoffs here?
No.
No, okay.
They're going to be a team that fights. I feel bad for the Eagles because they're not an awful team. Jalen Hurts has some good throws every now and then sprinkled into a game. He'll make 2 or 3 good throws, but they're just one of those teams. Like defensively, they're pretty solid. Darius Slay's having a good year. They're just one of those teams that's kind of stuck there. I mean, I feel like you should just tank, play for a high pick. I mean, but they're just stuck in that type of situation right now where it's like you'll have 6-7 wins.
As a fan, you're kind of like fucking lose.
Yeah,
and then at the same time, you're like, got a dub.
Yeah. Every dub kind of hurts, but you're kind of happy. Like, oh, it gives you a little hope. But I just think the NFC is just too stacked. I mean, I would take the 49ers over them. I'd take the Panthers. I'd take the Saints over them. I'd take the Vikings over them. Those are 4 teams that are all in that bubble type of situation. And I just see them all being better right now.
You just don't see Okay, I 100% agree with that. That was a fucking really good point out there that you did. So with that being said, are you going Saints to beat Trevor Siemian's the quarterback out there who's been putting up better numbers than
today. I'm rooting against the Saints, so that kind of puts my whole If we get a win, Saints lose, we jump up to the 6th seed.
Okay. Now outside, give me the outside perspective of a Vikings fan, just a regular casual fan that's watching the game. Do you go Saints or do you go Philly? The game is in Philadelphia.
Just take
we know
Philly.
The crowd gets
Absolutely.
crazy. Yeah,
take Philly.
But you just said you would take the Saints over. I'm confused here.
Here's my thing. Okay, Saints are a better team than Philly. I'm going Saints are a better team, even with Trevor Siemian as quarterback. I think Trevor Siemian's kind of like Drew Brees said it, the other day on Sunday Night Football when he was asked his opinion about Trevor Siemian now starting that James Winston's hurt. He's like, he's a smart quarterback. He's a cerebral quarterback. He's not going to make mistakes. That's kind of like the type of offense that, I mean, Drew Brees wasn't doing much. I think if you could, chuck the ball 5-10 yards, make the smart read, you're not going to cost your team. And Saints defense is playing good. So you just can't you got to be a game manager. Trevor Siemian, he can do that. He's not going to jeopardize your team like that. So I still would take the Saints over the Eagles. But today, obviously, I'm rooting against them. Like I'll go for the Eagles. But I just don't think, I think in the long run, week 16, 17, whatever, Saints are going to be right there for a playoff spot. You might have the Panthers and you might have the 49ers and the Vikings. They're all going to be right there. And I think, I just don't think the Eagles can pull off these I'm not confident in the Eagles today.
And they're going against a really good defense out there.
That's what I'm saying. And that's Jalen Hurts against a good defense. You don't go Jalen Hurts.
The good thing is that are you going to take Jalen Hurts or Trevor Siemian? That's the real question.
I'll take Trevor Siemian because
will Philadelphia consistently run the ball?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
It's kind of crazy that Jalen Hurts is their best running.
Yeah, he is. He's he's
a factory.
You know what's crazy? Jalen Hurts is literally might not start next year. Whatever, he might just be a bust. But he's literally one of the best fantasy quarterbacks because he's doing everything for that team. When he throws it, sometimes he'll make big plays. I mean, he's running, he's getting first down, he's getting touchdowns on his feet. He's a factory to you, Lamar Jackson. Yeah,
I understand.
He's just pretty much.
Here's what's crazy: Philadelphia Eagles fans. There's a window. There's a very tight window going on right now because the way the defense is playing, how young that defense is, you guys are going to have about 2 or 3 years to really find a quarterback, really find an offense that gets it moving because defensively.
And you see right now, if you hit on a quarterback, you see it in Justin Herbert and these young guys, like, unless you get a Baker. Other than that, but
God damn it,
just had to throw that out.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
But you can see how quickly a team like the Eagles, team that can it can turn around within a season if you get that right quarterback.
Get the right guy. Yeah. So Philly, as much as I can't stand you, as much as I hate
I'm rooting for Philly today. I
would
don't
love
like
to
Philly,
see
but
them.
I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for them. It's hard. I can't root for them. I can't root for them.
No.
I do think this is going to be a really good game, and I do think that the Philadelphia future is brighter than probably a lot of people think because defensively it's there right now. It's just a matter of being able to find that offense and that offense consistently. Is it the coaching? Are they going to have to go out and go get another coach? Who knows?
Because that defense,
To be determined.
we see a defense's peak. I mean, we saw Vikings peak defensively in 2017. We haven't seen that defense return. A defense comes and goes. It's not every year.
Quick.
You saw
And it
Broncos
takes an
and
injury
Broncos
to ruin the
defense
whole
in
thing.
2015, shutting down Cam Newton. That 15-1. I mean, you see it coming. It comes and goes real quick. They still had a good defense, but it was never the same. You get that 1 year, that one window where your defense can potentially.
we
be
saw
good.
it when Philly won.
And I'm not even saying Philly's
Philly
at
won
that
the Super Bowl,
level.
though.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not even saying Philly's at that level defensively, but they're good. It's just you got guys. Darius Slay's older. I mean, Brandon Graham's older. Fletcher Cox is older. How long? You know, the windows.
The best player on that defense.
The window's right here. You need a quarterback ASAP. You need a quarterback this offseason.
I will say this though: whenever Darius Slay was on the lines, I used to give you a lot of shit about big play, Slay performing, blah
and
blah
he
blah.
never.
And then that team always somehow.
Diggs
fucked
always
us.
worked them.
I get you. I'm not gonna argue that. Darius Slay's a fucking stud.
He's good though.
And he's
good.
balling out
Don't get me wrong.
for the fucking Philadelphia
Yeah.
Eagles, and I respect that. I do love me some Darius Slay, just not against Dallas. So let's keep it moving here. My next one is it time to panic for the San Francisco 49ers. I know they came off a huge win, ginormous win last week, but is the playoff still there for them?
Yeah. I hate to say it, but yeah, because they got to fight with us to get that spot. But yeah, I think they're starting to kind of turn things around. They got some momentum last week, got a big win. So you gotta. I think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are both kind of on the hot seat. Other than that one good year, their record is awful as manager and coach. So I mean, that's a good potential GM and a good potential head coach that could be on the market. But if this team doesn't switch things around, you could see a change in staff. Like I've been reading a few, reading a few things coming up now.
What sucks for Kyle Shanahan though is like I almost don't feel like it's completely his fault, nor John Lynch.
No,
I think the problem is that they bunted. Damn, excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. The one thing that I think the problem there is, and I mean, we've been dogging on him for so long, is Jimmy Garoppolo. They bought into that quarterback so bad because they wanted him to be the next Tom Brady.
First year,
there's only one Tom Brady.
With that great defense, we haven't seen that defense. That's what we're talking about. The window of defense. It's right there. They had it. They had the game. They could have won a Super Bowl against the Chiefs.
Yeah, they could have.
They could have. If Jimmy Garoppolo's one big play right down the middle of the field from icing the game. I mean.
And that's the difference.
You have that great defense. You have a game-managing quarterback that it all came together 1 year. You can say that about so many teams. Eagles, it came together. Vikings, it came together that 1 year.
That one pass is the difference between Nick Foles and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Literally.
I don't think as much as I want San Francisco to be good because of my brother and he's a fan, so I'd love to see a smile on his face every now and then. Unless they're playing the Dallas Cowboys, like whoop up that ass. I'm all cool with that one. But what I will say is I'm not sold. I don't know if they can get to the playoffs. We got to remember that the Rams are also in their division, along with the
you can never count the
Cardinals, right?
Cardinals.
And then Seattle, even though Seattle stinks right now,
Russell Wilson's always gonna.
He might cause them not to get to the playoffs. You know, when we look at their schedule, JB, I mean, they got the great win against the Rams.
They're gonna play the Vikings, so that could be a tiebreaker. That's gonna be a big game.
50-50. That game's at 2 o'clock.
Rams. I mean, they beat the Rams already.
But look, they got Vikings, Seahawks, Bengals. The Bengals, I mean, we don't know what the fucking Bengals are, okay? And then they got
Jaguars.
The Falcons out will get a dub. But there's 5 games in here.
That's tough.
There's 5 games and they're 4-5.
Titans, Rams, Bengals,
that's the end of the season.
Seahawks. I mean, yeah, you get Jaguars today. Whoa, lucky. Vikings next week. So I
don't think it looks good for me personally. I don't think it looks good for the 49ers.
It's tough.
I don't think neither team will make it, Philadelphia or the 49ers. I do think it's going to come down. As much as I hate to say this because this is the truth. The Minnesota Vikings are the best team in the NFC.
We're the worst team. We're the best worst team in the NFL in NFL history. The best 4-5 team ever.
Oh shit, dude.
Mark it.
All right, so let's move on here. Let's catch a little bit of rhythm real quick. Well, I know we're not gonna be betting on nothing, but let's just get a little dance.
Cheers and bet.
All right, JB, let's talk about this. Don't forget, guys, check out Tate Branch. The show is getting a little slow, but we're going to pick this shit right back up. Lamar Jackson is not playing today, so let's get some quick picks. Lamar Jackson has an illness. He has to take a shit every 10 minutes, every 20 minutes, every 15 minutes. This guy's got the shits, I think, allegedly. I don't know if this is true. I'm just going based off of his the last time that he was pushed off the field was because he had to go take a shit, came back, and won the game. At this point, diarrhea is too much. It's not a regular deuce. It's not a number 2. It's not number 3. It's the number 4. Motherfucker has a number 4. He can't even hold that shit in. He's got diapers on right now. Don't know, allegedly. But how do you feel about a Ravens Lamar-less team going into Chicago against another young prospect?
I don't want to see the Bears win either. I mean, 3-6.
Baltimore's still the favorites.
They'll be tied with us, 4-6. I don't like it. So I'm going literally off all bias today. I think the Ravens can still get it done. I mean, I'm going for the Ravens. Yeah, 100%.
I still think the Ravens pull it off. Defensively, they're really good.
They're not bad. They're awful against the run.
Yeah. The only thing about that team is like Lamar Jackson does so much for him.
He does everything. So it's going to be interesting to see.
I mean, a couple weeks ago, I was barking up the MVP.
Who's even the backup?
I have no clue. This morning, whenever I saw it, I was like,
it's not RG3.
Yeah, I was like, RG3 is going to ball out.
Yeah.
So
I don't even
that's going to be a tough one, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
That's a pick one. I would stay away from it if I'm
Stay away from it. 100%.
We were talking about the Colts and Bills, about Carson Wentz making the comeback. Will the Colts get it done against the Bills today?
I see Bills. getting on track. Yeah. If the Bills offense can click today, kind of get back on track, I just don't think Carson Wentz can keep up.
Yep.
That offense can keep up.
For the love of the Pat McAfee show, which I listen to Monday through Friday at 11 or at 10 Mountain Standard Time here, I want to go for the Colts because that's my guy. But I just don't think I don't think they have enough power to battle against that offense that potentially could have it clicking. But if that offense doesn't get it rolling, man, this game could get ugly quick. Yeah. But most importantly,
be a sloppy but must-need win for the Colts.
We talk a lot of shit about Baker, yeah? Or actually, you talk a lot of shit about Baker. I always try to back him up. I never with Baker. I'm unrealistic. But I almost feel like Carson Wentz is in that same position where it's like, dude, fucking don't do too much. Give the ball to Jonathan Taylor and build off.
He doesn't have to do that much. I mean,
he does. But
he does it. Throws.
He does it. He doesn't listen. Yeah. It seems like he checks out of the.
He's going for the big play. He's trying to break all these sacks, trying to force the ball. That's just
today's one of those.
It just doesn't work out for him.
Today's one of those games where I think it's going to be a.
He's low-key had a good season though.
Yeah, he's had a decent season.
He's had a pretty good.
Started off rough. These last couple games have got him going. But the thing is, at the end of the day, fucking relax. Allow your running game to get going. You have Jonathan Taylor, who's probably the best running back in the league right now, statistically.
Be a good game manager,
Exactly. Don't force it.
Keep the Bills' offense off the field.
If Carson Wentz doesn't force it, if Carson Wentz has 0 turnovers, I think they have a chance.
Yeah, they do.
But it's hard to believe that he's not going to turn the ball over.
It's just hard to believe if it turns into a shootout that Carson Wentz isn't going to be the first one to make a mistake. You know what I mean? Yeah. It comes kind of – I can see that happening.
Another quick pick here. Lions head over to the Browns, which is led by the team that you don't like. But let's remember, most importantly, Nick Chubb is
Browns
fucking back,
fans are nervous about this game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Browns fans are nervous. First of all, they don't believe in Baker no more. I feel like that train has sailed.
Because of last week.
No, just I think it's just finally caught up.
I think last week finally.
You kind of see it. Whose fault really was it?
Last week?
Is it Odell's fault that Baker sucks? Is it Baker's fault that Odell sucks? Whose fault is it?
Might be both.
Probably a little bit of blame both ways. Two big egos.
Two big names.
Odell wants to be the star of the locker room, the star of the team, and it's Baker's the quarterback. He's like, it's my show. I just don't think it just never worked out. And it's interesting. We'll talk about the Rams later, but it's just interesting now. But I think this is Browns are nervous.
Is this
Browns are nervous?
Draft game? Is that what you're telling me?
It's not even, I just think the way that the team is playing right now, they're not clicking.
The culture.
There's
no
culture.
love in that. There's no.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's Cleveland, and we're starting to see it right now, and it's gonna get toxic. That locker room is gonna get toxic with Baker.
Like our buddy, friend of the show, Logan Raider, he has yet to come on, but he's friend of the show because he invited us to.
I think he's kind of given up on Baker a little bit.
That's what I'm starting to think too. And for me, it was last week. I gave up on Baker last week because the week before when Odell Beckham left, okay, the Browns went out and won. Okay, and they performed well. The running game was unstoppable. But that's what's important there. A lot of people were making it about how Baker did great. Baker didn't have over 250 yards. Okay, Baker had a game that was managed greatly. Okay, and then you see last week with the Patriots. Hey, bud, let's do it your way or my way. Didn't have a choice because there was no Nick Chubb. There's no Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was go win us this game. And I think last week
overall
proved he can't.
Yeah, he can't. He needs all this help. He needs everything to be perfect for him. You talk about Kirk Cousins being perfect. This guy needs Picasso type perfect. Like it's not even. I can't even put it into words how perfect this guy. He's just not. He's not worth a first overall pick. It's clear as day. I think Stefanski knows it. I think the management knows that, and
it's gonna be time to move on.
It's gonna be this guy.
What sucks for the Browns is there a better option? That's what's going to suck for the Browns. Is there? But this is not a great draft class.
No,
and they're not going to get an early pick either.
Do you think they get a bridge quarterback? Maybe somebody that could come in for a
year. You have to hold on to Baker to help you kind of get by.
Bad year? No, because you're going to have to pay him, right?
They're not going to have bad years
still
because
you can extend his fifth option, right?
No. He's a free agent after this year.
They already extended his fifth option.
I think this is his fifth year option this year.
Is it?
Yeah, it's either Baker's gone.
So you're either paying the man or you're gone.
But if you're Baker, have some self-awareness, okay? But you're not worth $30 million, $40 million.
Baker Mayfield for a 4 or 5 year contract worth $100-something million. This team is done.
Can I give an example here?
And I can see him doing that.
No disrespect to your team, okay? No disrespect to your team here. But what I'm gonna say, okay, because this is a lesser value quarterback of Kirk Cousins, okay?
Way lesser.
Yeah.
Way lesser.
What I'm saying here, okay, imagine the success.
Kirk Cousins is top 5 in every statistical category in the league.
Y'all's success with Kirk Cousins, okay, has been what?
It's been.
Hear me out. Go.
It's literally
one
playoff victory,
right? One playoff, and we paid him guaranteed $84 million. Okay, guaranteed fully, all of it, 3 years. Not the greatest ride. It hasn't been the greatest ride. Has not been the greatest ride. And I think that the Cleveland Browns are heading in that same direction. This team was chugga.
They were on that path.
They were going up. And now they're in a situation similar to what the Vikings are going through right now with Kirk Cousins, but with a lesser quarterback. If you pay Cleveland, if you pay this man money that he's not valued at, you are going to go through similar to what the Minnesota Vikings have gone through since Kirk Cousins has arrived.
Way worse.
But worse.
Way worse. It's
not a playoff. I mean, they already got their playoff win.
They got their playoff
I don't know
win.
if they get another one.
They never turn into a winning team. They never
they're going to stay a winning team because at the end of the day, if Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb can play,
that's only
they're going to be great.
You got to have some quarterback.
They're going to be good.
They don't have a great defense. The defense isn't going to carry
which works. We've been waiting for.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this defense that we've been waiting for?
So you have to have great defense and a great running game, and then a game-managing quarterback, which Baker Mayfield can manage a game decently, but he can't even do that lately. Like, I don't know.
He can manage a game.
He needs everything.
It's just
to
whenever
be
he's expected to do just a little bit more.
Okay, but you see,
a little bit
exactly.
More.
You see what happens at the end of a game-winning drive. We saw it week 1 against Kansas City. What does he do? Throw a pick. Ends the game.
Yeah.
Well, same thing happened last year, right? In the playoffs. Threw a pick, didn't he?
Yeah, and had a backup quarterback. Come on now.
Yeah, like when it comes down to Baker Mayfield, when it's Baker's moment to shine, last drive of the game-winning drive, at least get a field goal to win the game, at least get a touchdown. They're down by 4, you need a touchdown. It never happens. It never happens.
Other guys
you see Baker fighting, and then just throws a dumb pick.
Yeah.
Boom, it's over. And that's how every game ends, when Baker is right there on the forefront. Lead this team to victory.
And I know what Cleveland Brown fans are going through. Because we do a talk show every now and then. I got to defend a guy or two, right? And I always choose to defend this motherfucker. I don't know why. Maybe it's his commercials. Maybe he's likable. Maybe he's relatable. It's something there. But when I went to Cleveland, for work, and I got to watch a game there in Cleveland, the fucking city of Cleveland loves them some Baker Mayfield. In my eyes, I looked to the guy that I sat at the bar with, and I said, hey, do y'all really think Baker's the guy? And he goes, hey, he might get us there. And as soon as he said that, I lost all respect because I was like, well, you're not being realistic here, yeah? But You guys fucking love him. I mean, I turned around, there was jersey after jersey after jersey. I'm talking about $150 jerseys that have Mayfield on the back of them.
Yeah.
And I was a little disappointed because I'm like,
I just don't.
They really think OBJ is the problem.
Because, I think it's because you haven't had a quarterback. Like, who's the last, I can't even name a guy. Tim Couch was a bust. Like, who was the guy in the 80s or whatever? I don't even remember the guy's name. You guys haven't had a quarterback, so you jump on the first little hype, the first little, hope, glance of hope, Super Bowl. Oh, yeah, I love Baker. Like, no, it's just not. It's not in the cards. You guys cannot jump on that wagon so soon. You just gotta.
I'm an idiot.
Baker just is not that guy.
Did I back up the wrong guy?
Yeah.
Have I been backing up the wrong guy?
Yeah, I think you were backing up Baker.
A little too much juice.
Here's what you were doing. You were backing up Baker and not giving Kyler Murray no respect.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
And I was like that too. And I kind of never believed in Baker, but I didn't believe in Kyler.
I'm still questioning Kyler.
Yeah, see, I think you got your
why can't he stay
priorities
healthy?
wrong.
But why can't he stay healthy? That's the question.
Well, we see it so many times.
Slide,
mobile
baby.
quarterback.
You're a baseball player.
Yeah.
Why are we always trying to create the bigger play? And that's my problem with Arizona. That's why I push on Arizona so much. That's why I question.
You can see Arizona go into a downside. You can.
Oh, granted, it's been hurt. It's an injury thing right now, so I don't want to shit on them too much because
they could go on a downside. They could lose a couple in a row.
But all it takes is that momentum shift to ruin everything, right?
You can open up that division.
Momentum is real. So you're going to take the Browns to beat the Lions today? I am. I just don't know if they cover.
Let me take the Lions.
Points.
Let me take the Lions.
To win or just to cover?
To win.
Oh, okay.
Let me take the Lions. That's my bold prediction of the day. Put
Lions
Baker on the hot seat. I mean, if Baker loses if Baker loses at home to Detroit,
fire.
Everyone's it's
if the Lions
light it on fire. Light the dog pound on fire. Light that bag, light that brown bag on fire and throw it at the doorstep of Baker's house. That's what they're going to be doing. It's going to be bad.
That bark isn't going to be as aggressive, huh?
It's not bad.
It's not like. It's like when you hit your dog with the little
You're
shot
going to
collar.
have their dog's tail is going to be between their legs and they're going to just go into the doghouse. They're going to be in the doghouse in the backyard.
If the fucking Cleveland Browns lose to the Lions today, it's time to burn the bitch down.
Burn it.
Yeah, Kenosha style.
Yeah. It's
sorry. Dark jokes, huh? Texans versus Titans. All right, I'm gonna go with the Titans.
Yeah, I'm going Titans.
Titans. I don't think there's much. We don't need to really talk.
Titans
about
have been through.
Talk about Taylor is back though.
That gives them a little bit of hope. It could be a close game within 10, but
Dolphins Jets another boring game. Matt Solid
I'll
trying to
go
get shit
Dolphins.
together.
I'll go Dolphins, but I can see Jets maybe winning.
Yeah,
I don't know. You never
I don't
know.
think the Jets can win.
They're both just
fucking
you never
stink
know.
right now. It's a little disappointing, but they also are just packed on with injuries.
Yeah, I'd rather go Dolphins. I think Dolphins they're kind of a team that can make a second half run.
Yeah, they both stink, huh? Let's do something. Don't be a fucking bust, bud. Come on, get it together. Saints and Eagles. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
I'm going Eagles today just for playoff.
This is a selfish answer. Yeah, Washington against the Panthers.
You know what?
Cam Newton.
I'll take Washington too, just because the Panthers are in the.
Bad.
Chase Young is hurt though. Chase Young's out for the year.
He's done for the rest of the year. That hurts, and with that reason said, I will give it to the Carolina Panthers.
I think the Panthers they win this game. Carolina's hyped again. Cam Newton back, maybe let's go. Let's make that playoff.
I don't think they're wrong for being hyped though.
No,
because here's the thing. When Cam
Newton's got something to prove.
When Cam Newton went to New England, let's remember that same offense that Tom Brady left because he already knew what was going to happen. There was no weapons. We saw the year before with Tom Brady. They didn't do very good. They had zero weapons over
back.
Yeah. So Cam Newton gave them their only chance to win. Every week going into that Patriot season, it was okay. Cam Newton's going to win.
Robbie Anderson.
The only way they can win is Cam Newton. Now Cam Newton has a little bit. He's got some culture for one. McCaffrey's back. Robbie's playing great or good. The only problem there was Sam Darnold. But the question is can Cam Newton make those big throws? Is the shoulder a problem? Can he get it down the field?
I don't think so.
We're going to see that today. I think they're
going to answer a lot of footwork. It's always been Cam's thing. Footwork, accuracy. Footwork goes with the hips go with the arm, whatever. Everything goes together. Got to put it all together. And he's been really inaccurate. That's his problem, inaccuracy.
This might be the best running duo in the league, I think, after today. After what we're going to see today. MCM?
Wow.
MCM.
CMC?
CMC against, with Cam Newton running the option run. It might get a little dangerous out there, especially a team without their
I know
best
he's
pass
really
rusher.
good. Him and CNC have a good
They
little
got some
thing.
chemistry.
They've had a
Just
good
remember,
thing
they're coming
going,
back together. You got the 49ers against the Jaguars. San Francisco, as we just talked about, there's a lot of question marks there. It's a
San
little bit of
Francisco
a hot
wins this
seat.
game. What's San Francisco's schedule look like at the
San
end of
Francisco,
the?
we just looked at it.
Did we?
Yeah.
They don't play the Saints. There's no. I know they play the Vikings. They don't play the Saints. I don't think so.
Nope. So that Vikings game is going to have a lot.
So this
to
is
say.
all.
But they do play. I mean, they're still in the hottest
They're
division.
in the. They're yeah, and they could still find their way in the playoffs. And now I don't know. Like I said, I'll talk about
If
the
the 49ers lose,
49ers can easily win this game.
Huh?
No
way.
No, absolutely not. No, you're still in the playoff hunt. That's why nobody on the Vikings has been fired yet. We're in the playoff hunt, blah, blah. Like, that's why Mike Zimmer literally hasn't been sent to freaking. That's why he hasn't been sent to freaking. Where's his home at? Somewhere in Texas. He's got a little ranch. That's why he's not over there right now. You know why? Because we're in the playoff hunt. I don't care. Fire the guy. Fire Clint Kubiak. Fire everybody. Same with this staff. You're not going to fire him in the middle of the season because you guys are still in the playoff hunt. Yeah, you have no better option. So I'm taking the 49ers too.
Okay, Bengals, Raiders. Raiders didn't fucking look like shit. Derek Carr is still continuing to do what he always does.
See,
throw up.
I think Raiders are gonna go through. I was gonna say burning fire, but it's kind of bad.
Shit,
that was a bad joke. Oh, burning fire. Okay. No one gets. All right. Hopefully, no one else got it. I don't know. It seemed really bad. I think Bengals get on track though. They've lost 2 in a row. I think.
Yeah, 2 in a row.
Yeah. So I think they get back on track. I just think Raiders are. Yeah, they're not good.
Jamar Chase. That
I think their season comes downhill after what's been going on
for the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean they'll be. I think their Derek Carr's he's a fighter and all that, so he'll keep his team close week in and week out. But I think what we point out today on this game is the offensive line for the Cincinnati Bengals. They have been performing very well. They went back to what they've done before, and that's not allowing any protection for Joey Burrow. We know what Joe Burrow could do, especially with this boy out there from LSU and Chase. So can they get it done today? It's going to come down to whether or not that offensive line can protect them or not. If they can, I think Cincinnati wins this. If they don't, I think it's a close game that Oakland Raiders edge out. It's all on that offensive line in Cincinnati for me, though. It could be a big bounce back game for Raiders. You just never know. It's one of those games.
It's a 5-4. They're both 5-4, and they're both still playing for.
They're both in the playoff spot.
Cincinnati is the favorite, but let's not forget the Raiders are at home. I don't know how much that matters after getting your ass whipped.
Raiders are the only. That's the only house in Vegas that's losing.
That's the only. Hey, that's a good one. I like that. Cardinals against Seahawks. Okay, this is another late game.
Ooh.
There's no Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is not going to play.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson
I gotta go
came back.
I gotta go Seahawks
finger.
right now. 100% Seahawks
At home.
Yeah.
Yep, the 12 showing up.
Oh yeah, I
Russell
think Seahawks win this at home.
After a shitty performance last week, you got to assume that
you can see. I can see both teams kind of going like this right now. One team goes up, the other team goes down, and they could be fighting maybe for a seventh seed.
Gotcha.
It depends how fast Kyler Murray comes back from this injury.
I'm going Seattle as well. I'm going to agree with you here. I just think without Kyler Murray, that team's not the same. 100% right. That defense seems to be slowing down just a little bit, but could it be because of the ineffectiveness on the offense? Probably. More than likely. Is this team going to be different when Kyler Murray comes back? Obviously. That's not a fucking question. You guys already know the answer to that. So with that being said, though, they don't have them. So there's some lack of respect that's going to be going on to the Arizona Cardinals because of that. With that being said, I'm going to go with Seattle to win this at home, even though they didn't score shit against the Green Bay Packers last week, which also is the reason we're even having a conversation about that defense being so amazing because they played against a Russell Wilson. But we'll find out today how good that defense is. 2
turnovers in the red zone kind of hurts Seattle's chances of winning.
All right, we got the Steelers Sunday Night Football heading over to the L.A., SoFi Stadium, where we don't even know if it's the Chargers Stadium or are they renting it from the Rams or are they asking for permission? Are the Chargers signing waiver slips from the Rams so that way the Rams aren't responsible for allowing them to play in their stadium? This is a team that doesn't even really have a stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A home field advantage.
Yeah. I mean, every time you look at a TV and there's a Chargers game, when you look out in the stands, it seems like there's more of the opposite team's color out there. So whenever I say these motherfuckers are renting the stadium,
Minnesota was flooded in purple in SoFi Stadium last week. Oh yeah, it was flooded. Flooded in purple. You heard skull chants of the whole game.
I mean, you guys might as well fucking hit them with the.
Yeah, if we would have brought the horn out, it was like home field again.
It's insane there.
With
that being said.
Big Ben.
Can they bounce back? Big Ben is back, but they
back.
don't have TJ Watt. They don't have
Huge.
Mika Fitzpatrick.
That's huge.
And with those two pieces, they're two best pieces
You can see
defensively,
Justin
in my
Herbert,
opinion.
Keenan Allen.
I think
Mike
we see a
Williams.
jump back game from the Chargers. No disrespect to the
Yeah.
Steelers, because I'm hoping they play well. I'm hoping they even edge this out. For
They
the
might
sake of
win.
my
They
father-in-law's
might win.
happiness, I would like to see the Steelers win today. But I don't think they get it done because of the lack of defense that they will have. It hurts when you're missing your best pass rusher, yeah?
It's a team
I mean,
like,
you would know.
Yeah.
You don't have them today.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt, so it adds a little bit of a question mark there.
But
Justin Herbert can definitely get it dialed up, though, huh?
he can.
The offense can get this ball down the field. A lot of question marks on this team right now is that their coach is kind of holding them back, not allowing them to take a lot of deep throws.
I don't know
down the
about
field.
that. I don't know. He kind of puts the game. He's put Justin Herbert in these positions to make his own calls. If you want to go for it on fourth down, earlier in the season against the Chiefs, he totally put in Justin Herbert's hands. So I don't know if it's much of that, because they did take some shots. Vikings just had a really good game plan defensively, like for once in a long time against a good quarterback. Like, we played really well. We changed up our defenses. We blitzed a lot more than we usually. We brought a lot of different looks that I have not seen. I mean, I watch every freaking game. I mean, I saw a lot of different looks. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Steelers handle it. Like, if they can dial up blitzes, be creative on defense. That's what I didn't see.
They also have offensive problems, though. We still
Steelers?
have yet to see. Yeah, we still have yet to see Big Ben be consistent down the field. But
I mean, they're kind of a dumpster.
you got to run the ball. You got to run the
offensive
ball.
line.
You have to allow the running game to take some effect at some point. Do not bail from it. If you go down 7 or 10, do not bail from the run. Najee Harris is what's getting that offense rolling right now. That's the engine to the offense. With no engine, there's no car.
Yeah.
All you got is a fucking body, the car that's not going to move. Yeah. He's the engine. It's going to keep moving. I'm not a car guy, so I don't even know if that's true, but it sounded nice when it came out of my mouth.
You got to keep Joey Bosa in check too.
Yeah,
that's another problem. Yeah, that's a
big problem. We've seen this defense not be able to stop a fucking nosebleed when they're running it down their throat. So, most importantly, give Najee the ball, and then this could be a good game. This could be a game that the Steelers
run at Joey Bosa. The thing is, Joey Bosa is a pass rusher. He's not really the guy that's gonna blow plays up in the backfield defensively. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get those tackles for losses and all that in the backfield. He's not really that much of a guy. He's a kind of like just hit you from the edge, attack the quarterback.
Before we
run the ball at him.
Before we end the show, we got the Giants against the Buccaneers. Okay, no Antonio Brown, potentially fake vaccine card.
Wow.
Blah blah blah. Allegedly, don't care, don't matter. Let the guy play, or not let him play today, but let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving.
He lied, whatever. Aaron Rodgers also lied, and he got fined $15,000. So if we're gonna make this a fucking big deal, let's just find him $15,000 and keep it moving.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb gets fined more for wearing long sleeves than
for taunting.
Yeah. Anyways,
or anything.
That's a different conversation. But let's go here. I mean, Giants and Bucks. That Bucks team doesn't look as good as what they used to.
I think their offense is they're a little like kind of how the Chiefs are in a slump earlier.
Are you worried for any of these teams? Like, do you think the Bucks, once they get healthy defensively, like we're right back where we were last year?
No,
we're almost seeing the same thing that we saw last year.
Yeah. That's why I think they get things back on track. But it's how good can that defense possibly be to make another run? Because that defense bailed out Tom Brady a lot during the playoffs last year. We saw it 100%. Time after time.
100%.
So you got to get things. You can't. It's hard for that to happen. Back-to-back years. Unless you got to. They do got a good defense. They got a good front seven, but that secondary is really weak. Tampa Bay secondary is really weak, and I don't think you can make up for it in the playoffs. Especially you're going to be going up against possibly Dallas in the playoffs, Green Bay in the playoffs. All these, even Minnesota, they can attack downfield. All these teams can hit your secondary and destroy it if they really can. So I think that's the weakest part of the Buccaneers right now. And if I think they do get their offensive whatever thing, their mojo back, but it's all going to come down to defense.
Yeah, 100%.
Defense is what's going to win you playoff games.
Defense is what's going to win. Excuse me, damn it. Defense is what's going to get this team back on track. Defense is what's going to get this team back to the promised land where they want to go.
Defense got to hold up while this offense gets its,
Everybody's going to start pointing fingers at the defense, but hey, motherfuckers, they won you a championship, okay?
Yeah.
Tom Brady didn't win us the championship, didn't win you the championship. When I say us, I'm talking as if I'm a Tampa Bay fan.
Tom Brady has played lights out, but last week we saw 2 interceptions. We saw it by far his worst performance of the season. So
Which
you
is,
think that starts turning over?
guys,
Does that have to do with
This
age?
isn't new, though. This isn't new.
No.
How the fuck did Tom Brady get past a Green Bay Packers team whenever he threw 3 interceptions in an NFC Championship game? That shit doesn't happen unless you completely blow it. And that's where a lot of smack goes into Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, can you get the fucking job done? Aaron Rodgers, are you better than just the NFC Championship quarterback? Sure, you won 1 Super Bowl, but can you get there again? Are you the best of the best? Are you in the elite of the elite conversations? And that's what we're asking, Aaron Rodgers. And go ahead and go out there and get that shit done today, because if not, we're going to have more question marks. Yeah. Is Aaron Rodgers a problem there in Green Bay? Is Aaron Rodgers got that locker room shooken up? I don't know. Maybe. Sure. Cool story. Something cool to talk about throughout the week. Guys, this is fucking speaking out loud. You got a Cowboys fan roaring. You got a Vikings fan roaring. And there's only one way to hype up JB. And JB, let me hear that horn as we exit this great show sponsored by TapeBranchRoswell.com.
Score! Doom, doom. Score!
Appreciate y'all watching, fellas. Cheers.